How's it going, everybody? Milwaukee coming back at you once again. And today we're going to be discussing, if you can believe it, Red Hood Lost Days by Judd Winnick with art by Pablo Raimondi, Cliff Richards, and Jeremy Hahn. Let's get into it. Story starts off Jason Todd. He's in the hands of Ra's al Ghul, Talia. Ra's is, giving up on him, saying, oh, he's not worth the effort. We'll just put him away somewhere out of respect, to Batman. We won't kill him, but, he's no use to us. Talia, however, feels differently. She wants to heal Jason so she can make Batman love her. So she goes against Ra's wishes and throws him into the Lazarus pit. And once Ra's finds out, of course, he's upset. And he's like, if it was anybody else who defied me, they'd be dead. But since you're my only daughter, and I guess Damien's not really here yet, or whatever, or maybe he is. He's just in the, I don't know the timeline here. But regardless of all that, she whisks Jason Todd away, and she sends him over to Europe or wherever. But he wants to go to Gotham. He wants to kill Batman, and of course, Talia, she can't have that. So she stalls him by giving him training with all these experts in this and guns and bombs and stealth or whatever, to stall him so he doesn't go back to Gotham and kill her beloved. But of course, all these teachers that Jason is learning from over this year or however long goes by, they're bad guys. So Jason ultimately ends up killing them, or at least some of them. We get like a whole 2 issues with like these Russian bomb makers, and you wonder like, where is this going? This sucks. And then right as Jason's about to kill the last Russian mobster, he blurts out randomly, "I know where the Joker is." So of course this gets Jason Todd's attention because Joker killed Jason Todd. Jason Todd wants to kill Joker as much, if not more, than he wants to kill Batman. So of course, Jason Todd says, "Oh, where is he?" or whatever. And Joker's randomly in LA doing like a guns purchase with like these black market gun salesmen or whatever. And so Jason Todd shows up and he takes out the Joker. He's about to set him on fire, but then he has a change of heart and he decides to let the Joker go because he can't kill a Joker, obviously, because this is all sort of a setup for the story, Batman Hush, and then later Under the Red Hood. Because at the very end of the story, Talia al Ghul introduces, Jason Todd to Hush. And so Hush and, Jason, they have a conversation there, which is going to lead into, the Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee classic, retroactively here, trying to make this story seem important when it's really not. But yeah, that's the story. So what did I think of Red Hood The Lost Days? Well, if you've been following the channel, I'm no fan of Jason Todd. Unless he was written by Grant Morrison in that 3-issue arc where he took on the Flamingo or whatever in Batman and Robin. He actually, in those 3 issues, gave Jason Todd some character. But, every time Judd Winnick is writing Jason Todd, it's just not for me. I'll say that. Some people like him. He's a popular character. I don't know if that's because of what goes on in the New 52, or he has like a change of heart or whatever. But like this pre-New 52, Killer Jason Todd, just not feeling it. Never have, never will. This story in particular, right? There was a Batman annual included in the Under the Red Hood trades that pretty much gave us the backstory on what happened to Jason Todd. We knew Talia put him in the Lazarus pit. But this just expands on that, where it's like wasting your time. Like, oh, Jason's in Germany and he's learning, this technique. Now he's in London and he's learning that technique. Oh no, now he's going up against the Russian bomb makers so he can learn how to defuse and make bombs. And of course, while he's out there, he's a bad guy, but he's doing like vigilante work. He's taking out the trash. He's killing his teachers because he doesn't want them to do more harm to, the citizens of the world or whatever. So it's like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? We all know he's bad. But, like, they try to make you, like, blur the lines or whatever. And, like I said, I just didn't care. And, like, what are the odds of that last Russian mobster randomly blurting out, "Oh, I know where the Joker is"? Like, Jason Todd, his identity is not out there. This guy doesn't know he was a former Robin killed by the Joker. It was just so random, right? And of course, Jason, he takes the bait. He's like, where's the Joker? He can't help himself. He's got to go after him. And then when he gets him, he's got him dead to rights, douses him in gasoline, lights the match. He's about to throw it on him. But he decides, no, that would be too easy. And he says next time they meet, it's going to be him, Joker, and Batman. And of course, that's what happens in the finale of Under the Red Hood when they're in their warehouse alongside the Gotham River, and it explodes, and they're all like presumed dead. But then Infinite Crisis happens, and yada yada yada. Right? So it just sets that up, that whole conflict, that final conflict there. And of course, shoehorning in Hush here. I like the character of Hush. I pretty much covered all his stories here on the channel. And shoehorning him in there and having, like Jason Todd reveal to Hush that, Bruce Wayne is Batman and all this stuff. Trying to make the story tie into Hush. Or like be like a lead in. But, like it just doesn't work. Like the story didn't need to exist. It's completely irrelevant. I hope Judd Winnick got paid a lot to write it because he scammed DC with this one. But then again, this was the era where they were probably just like, hey, we're about to reboot this bitch. Just get anything on the shelves. Let's do it, right? So, can't blame him for cashing that check, right? But man, he really didn't do Jason Todd any justice in this book, nor did he do him any justice in that final arc of, Batman and Robin that I just talked about. It's like Jason Todd is his favorite character, but he's just killing him. I don't know. So, as far as Red Hood Lost Days, I think I'm going to go back to the old gag that I did in the previous video with Batman and Robin. Take it away, Damian and Dick. That's right. 1 out of 5. Avoid at all costs. Until next time, I'll see you there.